What is going on? Welcome back to a stream for I don't even know when the last one was. It's been a while for a proper stream anyway. We're actually going to talk about FPL. Even though there's maybe not a huge amount to talk about, we're going to make it itching to scream. So thanks to every... Scream? Itching to stream, not scream. Things haven't been quite that bad. But hello, welcome to everybody that's watching non-live, especially to those that are already here in the chat. There's already over 100 people watching. And considering FPL isn't actually back yet, that's pretty impressive. But obviously we have had some announcements this week. Let's see, who's in the chat? Physio, how is it going? That jumper. Why am I wearing this jumper? It feels like Christmas. FPL and football is returning. I must admit, it's about 100 degrees though, so this is going to come off at some point because it's boiling. The thing is, I've had the computer on for a little bit, so because I don't know, maybe there's a better way of doing it, but you have to set the stream up in advance, have everything positioned right. So the computer's been on for 5 minutes in this tiny office, and it's already boiling. So this is just for entertainment purposes. It will be coming off. But Christmas jumper, it feels like Christmas, because FPL and football is coming back. Can you see the sweat yet? Maybe not. Nick, how's it going? Gorav, welcome back. NMR Envy, hello. Liam, hello. Beanie Man, hello. Zod, hello. Johnny, hello. Crazy Dude, can I get a shout out? Hello. I'm even shouting out people asking for shout outs. That's how happy we are to be back. It is roasting, yeah. I mean, it just seems to be getting hotter and hotter. I've been outside in the garden most of the day. I'm already getting as well. We know we're back now because I'm already getting errors saying that the stream is not smooth enough because it's not getting enough connection from the internet. What's new? We know what it's like on here. Am I that football manager YouTuber? Well, we'll see about that. We'll see what happens. No polls, bit rusty. I can't do polls. I don't think Physio's been watching the last few streams. So two things, right? With one, I feel like I'm going over old ground, but I'll tell you anyway. In the new way, like if you set up a stream in advance so people can see it, you can't do polls. And I think I got an email or somewhere on YouTube that basically said they're getting rid of polls because people never use them, which is so annoying. So I legit think they've gone complete now anyway. So that's frustrating. Utskash there. I've probably pronounced that wrong. I do apologise, mate. I'm only here for the dog. The dog is now says she got a bit. We poured a bit of water on her just a minute ago. She's like panting even when she's inside. She's so hot. I have had a lockdown haircut. Basically, I remember, I think I tweeted, can I use a beard trimmer for hair? And everyone was like, yeah. So just got Mrs. to do it. Job done. I did it today, I thought I'd better look good. Not look good, but look as good as I can for the stream. So yeah, polls have pretty much gone. There is obviously other ways to do polls. I could do them on a third-party website. We'll see. I'm not wearing a tie. I've got to take this off. It is so hot. Look at this, right? So I'm going to keep the mic on, but just basically, I don't want to pull it up and accidentally pull the t-shirt up and scare off all the people that are watching. So I created this. You'll still be able to hear me. I created a Christmas jumper removal screen. So take my headphones off for just a second. Get the jumper off because it is absolutely roasting. And by the way, look at production values of that. Alright, putting it back on. Hang on. And we're back. It's off. The t-shirt's on. There's probably sweat marks somewhere. The top looks a little thin. The top looks a little thin not because of the way she did it, just because that is what happens when I get old. Am I Irish? No, I am not Irish. I live in Ireland though and have done for many, many years. How am I sitting in a sweater? Look, that was just for entertainment purposes. Hopefully it made a few of you smile. But it's gone now. But thanks for letting me know. My hair looks a little thin. It's really thin. By the way, really thin. So yeah, FPL. What is there to talk about? It's back. I've set up a few images. Like fixtures. The announcement. Which you probably can't even read. Here's my team, by the way. Captain Harry Maguire. I might even do that in the first game we're back. Why not? I must admit, I'm thinking... I don't want to keep saying I don't care about my rank now as an excuse for why it's so bad, but I do think this is probably one time in like the last 10 seasons where I'm just glad that it's back. Like, if it doesn't go well, so be it. Have I lost weight? That really depends what I weighed when you last saw me. Potentially a tiny bit, but there's still a bit more I need to get off. I'm back on it now. Feeling a bit better. It's been, I'll be honest, it's been tough over lockdown. Kind of been up and down. But I haven't gone miles back to where I was, so that's good. Congrats for being first in this game week. No worries. Rashford is number one priority, so I think. In fact, look at my team. I've already got triple Man United. Fernandes, Martial and Maguire. Job done. I didn't really plan this, by the way, exactly what we're going to talk about and in what order. So, to be fair, I never really plan these streams, so we'll just go with what's in the chat. So, I'll leave the team up, I suppose. I'd love to have Son in. He's going to be a nice little differential, but is that going to happen anytime soon? Probably not with that team. I mean, De Bruyne's got a double game week, hasn't he? So basically, right, let's just quickly do something proper. So, FPL have announced, you won't be able to read this. I can barely read it, to be honest. FPL's coming back, and essentially the game is going to launch when the Premier League confirmed that it's going to go ahead on the 17th of June. Unless all the safety requirements are in place, it will not start, right? It seems extremely unlikely they would miss that or it won't be done. But there you go. FPL aren't going to launch until that's done. I think that's fair enough because, if they put all that work in to get it into a certain position, then they have to change the dates and stuff and change the game weeks. That could be frustrating and it would frustrate managers for sure. But they have confirmed Aston Villa versus Sheffield United and Manchester City versus Arsenal will be a double game week in the first week back. And so the fixtures there, again, I will say this is a leak on TalkSport, and the main reason I don't believe is not because it's TalkSport, it's because it wasn't picked up anywhere else. And when the when the return date of the 17th of June started leaking, like on the Telegraph, I think it was then leaked by, not leaked, but it was reported on by BBC as well. So that kind of made me think that it was, real, and it is, right? Because then the Premier League came out with it as well. But only TalkSport have come up with these fixtures. So let's say it is these fixtures. Man City would have Arsenal at home and Burnley at home, pretty decent. Arsenal would have Man City away, which is obviously tough. As well as, I can't even see their fixture on there. Brighton away. Sheffield United would have Villa away and Newcastle away as well, so that's pretty good. So potentially the fixtures are good, but we're really waiting to see if they're absolutely confirmed beforehand. But there's definitely going to be a double game week, which is interesting. There isn't yet any announcement about a free one, is it? As much as I think that would be nice. So I think most people, if they've got it left, are probably just going to... Not necessarily, of course, but I think a lot of people with free hit left will just free hit the first week and just go from there. Like, I've got 2 double game weekers, De Bruyne and Egan. That's it. Not enough, basically. Especially when most players are going to be fit and raring to go, I guess. How's the stream looking, by the way? I'm very surprised that no one is telling me it's lagging or anything yet, because it looks like it is. But usually people tell me it is, and it doesn't look like it is. But this time it looks like it is, and no one's telling me. Not that I can do anything about it, it's just good to know. The fixtures are in the same order because the derby has been confirmed for the weekend. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, it's the Everton-Liverpool game, right? Now, to be honest, now, in hindsight, we're basically based on who had the best fixtures left, not necessarily who had the next kind of 3 or 4 good fixtures. It's lagging a bit laggy. Yeah, I'm not going to keep... I will moan about it like I do on every stream. It's bloody internet, like. And the thing is, the kind of internet I'm on, it gets even worse when people use it. And as you can imagine, everybody is using the internet right now because everybody's at home. So it's frustrating. But look, it is what it is. Hopefully at least people will watch it after. It'll be good for them. We just want, lag or no lag, we just want the stream. Yeah, fair enough. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, yeah. I wasn't really making transfers based on who had the next kind of best 2 or 3 fixtures. Like, I took out Aubameyang, although, to be fair, that was to get Kevin De Bruyne. So they've both got double game weeks. In hindsight, though, now we've got the info. In hindsight, I'm thinking, okay, well, yeah, absolutely makes sense to play them in the order they were before. Like, what would be the need to change it, to be fair? If every team's going to be playing, then why not just keep the fixtures as they were? So in hindsight, maybe I've been a bit stupid with my transfers, but it is what it is, I guess. And we'll see what FPL say. I don't think they're going to give us a wild card at this point, but at the same time, that's probably not the kind of thing they would announce unless they until the game comes back. Basically, like I took out my last transfer was Henderson to Leno. I guess to be fair, Leno's got a double game week as well, right? So it's not the end of the world. So for people telling me I need a fibre line, like I stream just a matter like without. I'm not trying to sound like an idiot, but if I could get fibre, I would have fibre. I've said this before. Like I would pay triple what I'm paying now to get fibre. There's no fibre where I am, and it kind of sucks. Gorav, hello. How is it going? As things stand for you right now, free hit for you in Game Week 39 or whatever it is. Thanks very much for that. First stream back. Very much appreciate, Gorav. Good to see you. Whether it's going to be Game Week 39 or not, we just don't know at the moment. But it sounds like it will be. It sounds like it's going to be additional game weeks, not just pushing them back. Otherwise, I think they would have just tried to freeze the game if they could. I think I have to free hit. The thing is, and this is one of the reasons I wasn't going to stream, but when they kind of announced the game would be back, I thought I kind of had to say it depends on the fixtures. It's not even necessarily dependent on the fixtures. As Physio said, it looks like it's going to be in the same order, but it does depend. Just what's it going to be like 9 game weeks where the first one is a double, and then the last 8 are singles. Then there is pretty much no point in me holding that free hit. So it has to be Game Week 39. I'll have to get double. I don't necessarily want 11 players in the double game week. But I would definitely want more than De Bruyne for me. I want Aubameyang back in. I want a couple of Sheffield United players, Grealish as well probably. 100% I will use the free hit in Game Week 39. I don't, unless the game weeks are such that it's possible for double game because of the FA Cup and stuff. But I don't think that's going to affect it. But again, we'll have to wait and see definitely how the fixtures fall, but also more importantly how FPL do the game weeks. And yes, Captain Sergio Aguero, it's got to be, right? Is he going to get rested and rotated that early on? I'd surely hope not. You never know, I guess, but I hope not. Fantasy Bundesliga, you've seen a lot of rotation. Wonder if the Premier League will be the same. Yeah, possibly. This Bundesliga, I mean, they've only had, 3 or 4 game weeks so far, so maybe it's a bit early to tell. But yeah, I mean, that does definitely sound like something that can happen. And there's rumours there's going to be 5 subs instead of 3, which is obviously going to put more, not more pressure, but make it easier for managers to make substitutions and stuff. So yeah, it's annoying. Your video is lagging, not the audio. I guess that's good. But at the end of the day, it is a video, so it'd be nice for it to not lag. Like, I love where I live, genuinely do. But the internet, as someone that likes playing video games and streams, like, it's extremely frustrating not to be able to stream not be able to stream with a good video the whole time. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, most of the videos and stuff I will do, I'm basically a season now, so most of the videos I'm going to do up until the league officials will just be videos uploaded, so you won't get these issues. I won't do many streams. And also, I should say, 8 p.m. start time tonight. I usually do 9 p.m. I probably will go back to 9 p.m. I don't know when, but obviously, it's like with lockdown and stuff, everything's a bit different. The kids are home. I don't have to commute in the morning. He's off school tomorrow. This is one of the reasons I'm streaming now. That might change. I'll probably go back to 9 o'clock, usually. With 5 subs, there is guarantee that if my player is on the bench, he comes on 99% for 1 point. Yeah, I'm guessing you're still going to want the most nailed-on players, right? The 5 subs is confirmed, by the way. I think that opens up the scenario where managers field a fairly consistent 11, but with managed minutes. Yeah, that's fair. There would be, basically, like Pep, maybe, for example, Pep would use a first 11 essentially, but use 5 subs like every single game, I guess. That could definitely happen. You finish in the top 10k, all chips in hand, 54k. Definitely. Top 10k is definitely doable from there in like 9 game weeks. I think one thing that's going to be interesting is just how many active managers come back. My guess would be that this is going to be really popular because like we've got to do right now. So I imagine a lot of people will come back. So it's going to be tough. They're going to be active, but I mean 54k in 9 weeks, definitely doable. Correct me if I'm wrong, there seems to be unlimited transfers right now. There isn't, basically. You try and confirm those transfers, it just will not work, unfortunately. To be fair, I'm not really expecting too much rotation from the most teams' first 11. Obviously, Man City got so many good players that we've talked about it all season and last season and the season, but I don't, even like Liverpool, like I get it that they're one win away from winning the league, but they're not just suddenly game 2 going to swap all their players out. Like, these players have been doing nothing for months. They're going to want to play football. Salah and Mane are going to start game weeks, I would imagine. Although I only have 2 Liverpool players right now. The thing is, none of us know. These players are not going to get a pre-season. I did see, again, maybe this is confirmed now, but I did see a rumour that they were going to do like inter-team friendlies, so Leicester would play Man City or whatever it might be before the season kicks off. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but chances are it's not going to really help that much because it's only 17 days until it kicks off. How many friendlies can they realistically do between now and then anyway, even if they were able to? So we're really, all we can go on is what we knew before. Any new news, i.e. Son, Rashford's back, Pogba's back, and what might that mean? And look at the fixtures. Like, we can't do anything more. It's just like at the start of the season, right? We know who the good players are. Mane is now awful at football. And I think majority of managers are going to play first 11s, little rotation, and all the players are going to... Much more to it, to be honest. Some clubs are looking to arrange local... Yeah, that would make sense, actually. I don't think Man City or whatever are going to travel all the way down to Southampton for a friendly at this rate. Not sure you want De Bruyne in the shape from those photos. Yeah, I think De Bruyne from another angle looked alright. Kane, though... Kane looked like he's had a good lockdown. I don't know. It's hard to know whether these pictures are manipulated, but I don't think they are. Here we go. De Bruyne or Aguero for the double game. It's got to be both, right? The thing with De Bruyne is, like, he even before all this, he looked pretty much nailed on, didn't he? The thing is, if Aguero starts both, like before the game week, before the game week started, if someone told you De Bruyne and Aguero are starting both games, you go on Aguero every time. I really would like to go Aguero because he's just got that massive score in him. And the thing is as well, and this is logic out the window, how many more seasons have we got with Sergio Aguero? In your position, Salah to Mane looks like a smart move. Yeah, could be a go. I did think of that. I've got 2 free transfers as well. I left myself, although I've been using my transfers, I rolled a transfer. Well, I knew I was going to end by rolling a transfer. So I think I used, one week I used my 2 free transfers knowing that I had enough time to roll one before game week 38 finished. Oh, it's so hot in here. We've even got ice in the glass, so excuse the jangling. What's up, late riser? So Salah to Mane could be a goer, but I don't know. We'll see first. I'm guessing I'm free hitting first anyway. Crazy dude. Give you a shout out, my man. Or woman. I don't know. Crazy dude sounds like a man. Aubameyang or Aguero? I don't think I'm ready for all these questions. Yeah, Sterling. Like, Sterling's another of those players. Look, he's been an awful... I even said on the Scoutcast, we were doing best players of the season so far. I even said, if we're doing flops of the season, Sterling is probably on that list. But I feel like everything's just reset at this point. Like, everything's just reset. Even Sterling could come back absolutely fine. And he's going to be a massive differential. No one's going to go for him. Like, for Man City, okay, Laporte is probably going to be back. Well, Laporte is back, right? So he's going to shore up that defence. So there probably is value in going for someone like Laporte in the double. But De Bruyne, Sterling, Aguero could be interested on a free hit. Who knows? You've never owned Aguero. Never owned Aguero in real life. How long have you been playing for? You did it in Virtual FPL. Yeah, I think I'm doing badly in Virtual FPL. Haven't checked tonight, but not sure that was that good. You just finished, Nathan, cycling 1,000 miles in May for the NHS. Very nice. 1,000 miles. I'm trying to work out on the fly how many miles a day that is. Was it like 31 days? 10 would be 300. What's that, like 30 miles a day? 33 miles a day, something like that. That's some going. Fair play to you. Is it? Do you agree with Trent, Egan, Maguire, and Bolly being the best back four? What about Laporte though? Double game week. I don't know if why Egan, not Stevens? I guess, and why Bolly and not Sice? I mean, if a nailed on this, maybe, but I had Bolly. One of my transfers was Bolly to Sice in the whatever we've just had, the break. Is it fair to give out unlimited transfer at this stage? Look, I don't know if people really want to hear me talk about this anymore. I mean, I talked about it on Twitter. I made a whole video pretty much about it. All right, let's get rid of this. I made a whole video about it. Look, is it fair? I don't know. I don't buy I'm not sure about the fairness argument. Like, I get it. People plan, but there was like a global pandemic. It's very hard to plan for that. A lot has changed since then. It's basically some people have made transfers. People have made transfers not knowing what the fixtures would come back. Like, some people made transfers just in case FPL never reopened. Bearing in mind, we had 8 game weeks. I didn't say this on the video, I just thought of it. We had 8 game weeks where we were able to make transfers, not knowing. Now, never for 1 second thought that FPL wouldn't come back. But I saw people talking about it. So people made transfers for 8 game weeks. Some people would have thought FPL's not ever coming back. Some people would have thought it's going to get null and voided, so made no transfers. So they've wasted 8 weeks of transfers. Like, I'm almost of the opinion that the fairest way is to do the unlimited transfers so that everyone comes back, can sort their team out. But I get it. Those that have still got a wild card, those that are high rank, I get why they wouldn't want that. And I kind of wish I had a high rank and I still have my wild card, because I still think I would prefer the unlimited transfers for the first game week back, and people wouldn't see it as biased. But because I've not got my wild card and my rank's awful, I think some people just think it's a bias thing. But it's like, and also like Bundesliga did like. What I'd be interested to know is there anybody that signed up for Bundesliga because of the unlimited transfers and doesn't want the same thing in FPL? I bet there's some people out there like that. Some people played their chips in Game Week 8 lucky, although FPL did put out a statement before Game Week 38, right, to say chips would remain valid. At that point, we knew it was coming back, even if they didn't literally say that. FPL is a broad choice. They want as many as possible to play. Unlimited transfer would do that. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more I am siding on give it to them. Give everyone that opportunity. And the thing is, like I said in the video, if someone's still got their wild card, having unlimited transfers and a wild card is still a bigger advantage than not having the wild card transfers, you know? Because I think... No, I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. There's not a huge point in keeping on discussing it, because it is what it is at this point. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, Gaurav, I just realised you're a YouTube member of the channel, and have I finally put the right badge there? That looks like the current. That looks like the current logo. Did I change that? That's not the old one, is it? Interestingly, I'm getting a new logo done soon, so we'll see what that looks like. Sitting at 37k overall rank with all 3 chips and wildcard in hand. Don't want another wildcard for everyone else. Yeah, exactly. I can see why as well. Built my team over the weeks based on all the info we had. I get that, and like I said, in hindsight, yeah, maybe I should have realised that they were going to come back with exactly the same fixtures. But we didn't know that, did we? So, I don't know. But the thing is, I'm honestly happy if we don't... Like, I'll be fine if we don't get one. I'll just deal with it, you know? I'm not gonna die on a hill fighting for a wildcard, you know? To me, the statement was fairly clear. The game weeks go on. That's either 1 or 2 free transfers, depending on your game week 38 move. Yeah, no, I think the statement was clear. I think if you read the statement and then use your chips, that would be a bit weird. if we are given unlimited chances, can we then use the free hit for Game Week 39 as well? I would assume not, but who knows, right? I don't think the unlimited transfers would create a template like start of the season might. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there will always be some kind of template, right? I think we can worry about templates all we want, but when there's 7 million managers, like what, 2 or 3 million active ones, and a fairly limited pool of players, because half the players play central defensive midfield, or they just have a teammate that is miles the better option. So the pool of players is actually quite small. So there's always going to be some kind of template. But I do agree that you might get some kind of variation, because these players have had time to recover and stuff like that. So potentially a bit of variation. Someone asked me about strategy. I think it was something about will I adopt new strategies or something. I can't find it. If I can't see it, so Daniel, any new strategies you'll be adopting this season will always be tainted with the coronavirus, so you might as well go all out. I don't know. I must admit, in the kind of the off season, whatever you want to call it, the COVID off season, I've been playing Virtual FPL and Championship Manager FPL, and what I loved is I've played them how I wish I played FPL, very aggressive. Now, to a point, probably more aggressive than most people would play FPL, so I probably need to taper it a little bit. But I have enjoyed playing like that. Will I play that now? Maybe. Maybe. I've gone triple Man United. I mean, maybe that's not. I mean, a lot of people will go triple Man United because of the fixtures. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a huge, like, I'm not going to suddenly start putting my captain on some crazy player because it's different, but I don't know, maybe I'll go for more of a differential captain that's not completely crazy. Like, I don't know, like the double game week, I feel like Aubameyang, De Bruyne and Aguero will be the top captains, and maybe I'll try and pick the one that's third in the captain polls. I don't know. But there's not really anything I'm thinking about. Just roll with it for now, I think. Unlimited transfers is grossly unfair. If you can use the bench boost in Game Week 39, I'll be fuming. But that's the same as Game Week 1 though, right? You can use the bench boost in Game Week 1 if you want, I think. Can you? I think you can. No new Son will arrive in your team soon. How do I get him in though? It is tough to get him in, to be honest. Like, my money's quite well spread. I'd have to get rid of Salah or De Bruyne, or one of Fernandes Martial, aka Martial. Would have to go for someone cheaper. I think it'd be tricky to get him in, looking at how the team is set up. But yeah, maybe someone will go. I don't know. It's quite funny because in Virtual FPL, I went without Liverpool for a few weeks, and like I was just thinking, like, what would happen in FPL if I'd done this? Because some weeks I really got away with it and really got a good rank because of it. Other weeks I got absolutely battered because, like, I think the same thing happened. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold scored 2 goals or something. Like a week I didn't have him. Ben's done a spreadsheet on his Twitter for fixtures. I'm assuming that's like based off the TalkSport stuff, right? By the way, I need new headphones. I always feel like I'm looking for headphone recommendations on Twitter, but these headphones are broken. In one ear, it's like coming and going. It's like killing my ears. So there you go. By the way, yeah, that's a good point actually. That Charlie, I'll say your name. There you go. Charlie brought up how much money do I have in the bank? I actually have 2 million. I think I forgot about that. Let me have a look. Yeah, I have 2 million in the bank, so I can do Martial to Son. Boom, there we go. Son is coming in at some point. Son is definitely coming in at some point. Let me get this back up. Yeah, but it's effectively using 2 chips in one game. If you do that in game 1, it nails you to an early wild card, so it's a strategy. Yeah, so what's the difference now? Fernandes or Richarlison? I have both, by the way. I honestly, I think Fernandes, right, it's not a Man United fan thing, but I think Fernandes is one of the best. Maybe this is bigging him up too much, but I'll just say it anyway. I think he's one of the best value players in FPL right now. Like De Bruyne is still good, but he did start at 9.5. He has crept up to what? He's like nearly 11 million now, I think. No, sorry, 10.6. So De Bruyne is still fairly good value when you consider that he's kind of up there with Mane and Salah in terms of scoring. But I think Fernandes is still, like, let's have a look. He's 17% owned. That is going to go up, but he's 17% owned. He's got the highest points per match of any very small period of time. And will he or will he not keep penalties? I'm pretty hopeful he will. He's only 8.6 million. He will dash penalties. He'll be like 9.5 million next year, almost certainly. 9 or 9.5. So I think Fernandes is still really good value. So him over Richarlison for me, but both got good fixtures. I'll be completely honest, I haven't fully looked at the fixtures for... Like, I've had a good look about who's got the best. And I know Everton are pretty good for that, I think. That's why I've got Calvert-Lewin in fact. But I haven't... The problem is I haven't got the fixtures in front of me now. Oh, I have got them. Oh, they're in the same order. Okay. Yeah, so they're obviously on TBC, but they're in the same order. So if they're going to keep to the same order, which it sounds like, they've got Villa up next, Liverpool, which is tricky, Sheffield United, which is a bit tricky, Norwich and Bournemouth. 3 of the next 5 are decent. But I would still pick Fernandes all the way, to be completely honest. Yeah, I've got Calvert-Lewin in. Because in Game Week 1, it's a strategy that's open to anyone, whereas now it's only open to those with a bench boost. Yeah, I get it. The thing is, whether they give on... I think if they're never going to please everyone, there'll be a lot of people that think unlimited transfers should be a thing. It might not happen. Didn't make transfers over the break. Thought FPL was closed and didn't do anything. Made ridiculous transfers because they thought FPL was going to get null and voided. And they're going to want unlimited transfers. There's going to be people that don't, and they're never going to keep everyone happy. To be honest, I think probably the best way to keep most people happy is not to give it, to be honest. But in terms of getting the most engagement, which is, I think there was an article once from someone within FPL, like obviously that's engagement's what they want, right? Engagement for the Premier League. Then that would be best to give unlimited transfers. The fixtures aren't in the right order. United play Spurs. Hang on a sec, I've got the fixtures here. Yeah, okay, Spurs vs Man United, my bad, they're not in the right order. Damn it! I need to go and look at them properly. At some point. It ain't going to be right now, though. Are there any good Chelsea options? I mean, Alonso was absolutely smashing it before everything like kind of went down. So he could still be really good. Like, I think 10 games, smaller sample size than the Liverpool boys, but high match. So if he's still got his place. Abraham as well, of course, up front. Could be decent. Rich Marshall for Rashford. Nah, look, there's a lot of love for Rashford, and rightly so, but he is going to lose penalties, probably. So that does make him a little bit of a worse option. I kind of said this on Twitter to Late Riser. Like, it's kind of a... Like, on one hand, Rashford's probably going to lose penalties. On the other hand, he's going to have Fernandes in the team. He's going to have Fernandes and Pogba in the team. So yeah, that's obviously better for him. But that could also spread the goals around a bit more. So it's pretty difficult. When will FPL announce exactly what will happen, do you think? They're going to wait until the Premier League say it's definitely starting on the 17th. When that is, I don't know. But they are leaving it so late. I mean, ultimately, the clubs are getting ready regardless, right? The clubs are getting ready for the 17th. So we would love FPL to announce, but the clubs, it doesn't really matter. They're planning for 17th, and if the Premier League say on the 15th, yeah, we're good to go, the clubs will be ready. Like, they don't need to worry about fans and stuff because obviously there's no tickets and stuff. It's just the team and the coaches and whatever. They need to get to the game. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm hopeful we'll get some kind of official announcement this week. I'd love FPL to be back up this week. There's videos you can make still. But obviously, it would be better if we knew exactly what FPL were doing. Apparently, meeting on Thursday should be finalised then. Oh, that's like a whole nother week to wait, though. 5 days, but you know what I mean. We're still going 36 minutes out. I don't know why. I just thought this would be a short stream. I mean, I did spend the first 5 to 10 minutes, talking about Christmas jumpers and just saying hi. But there we go. You have Aubameyang, do you keep it? I mean, it's double game week. Premier League predictions video. Probably not now, to be honest. Liverpool to win the league. Stick my neck out. Yeah, I'm good, Rhinos. I hope you are too. Yeah, FPL can be random. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not, like I said, it's not something that I would champion. There has to be unlimited transfers. Like, when I first said unlimited transfers, I just meant that it was a possibility, and then people were saying, no way. I was like, there is, of course, a possibility it could happen. I'm not saying it will. Again, I'm not really bothered either way, to be honest. He won't lose penalties. I absolutely think he will lose penalties, to be honest. I mean, Bruno is now he's almost like the main man in that team. Like, Pogba will not be happy about that. But he did come in, took the penalties. He's been absolutely great with them as well. And didn't Rashford miss one? Not recently, but kind of in one of his recent matches. Like, recent for him, if that makes sense. Latest matches, I guess. I think he did. I don't know. And look, maybe I'm saying that because I've got Fernandes in my team. But be interesting, though, if they're both on the pitch when they get a penalty and Rashford scores. Fair game, and in which case he is a great option. I think the main thing that it seems from Bundesliga is that the smaller teams are becoming whipping boys, especially out of the fans. That's interesting. I mean, I guess in that respect, we're probably too much because we always go, try and find those whipping boys anyway, right? We always try and get players in against the weaker sides, but maybe there's opportunity for like huge captaincy and whatever. You think Bruno's penalty accuracy is the best amongst him and Rashford and Pogba? I mean, off the top of my head, sorry, I'm crunching an ice cube. That's really bad. Off the top of my head, I don't know Rashford's what his penalty record is like, but he does seem like he has been pretty good. Obviously, he took that one against PSG as the one that most people remember. Absolutely huge penalty. So yeah, he has been quite good, but I mean, Bruno's really good at him as well. See you later, Physio. Good luck on Championship Manager. If there's unlimited transfers, a tempting option for us who saved our wildcards could be using the unlimited transfers as a free hit and bench boost played for double game. Yeah, it could be. Have to wait and see what happens. One tip for resumption is Sterling. Pep always says he's incredibly fit and doesn't need rest. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at Sterling potentially. We'll see. I mean, if we don't get unlimited transfers, I've got two. Well, I haven't done the maths yet, and again, I've not looked properly. And I wouldn't like to go about Liverpool players, but Salah to Sterling, who knows? Who knows? Maybe Sterling will come back absolutely. I know not everyone likes stats, but. Sterling stats pretty good throughout the whole season, just had into the net, which, don't get me wrong, is a bit of a problem, but maybe he can come back and do it. Maybe he will. Who knows? Rashford only missed one penalty in his career so far, but that he's not had more than about 10. Yeah, no, fair enough. Sterling also tends to miss the whole game if he's benched. Is that right? I feel like that's not correct. Especially, I feel like that's the same for most. I don't know what's happening with the transfer window, to be honest. I think most of what seems to be happening is they're trying to lock the loans in, so that if a player was on loan to the end of the season, they're still on loan, basically. Is it worth sacrificing one of the Liverpool boys? Not too much to play for Aubameyang or another. I mean, I still don't. I get there's not much to play for. I just don't think that's going to happen with Liverpool. Maybe I'm wrong. You got Sterling, Mahrez, De Bruyne. Nice. I got rid of Mahrez. I did have him for a couple of games. Alright, I believe you. I just remember Sterling coming on and scoring a goal once for me. When I had him captain, I think. Everton away will be scrappy. You can go. Yeah. I mean, if I'm free here, I'm only going to go about too many Liverpool players because they're just so expensive. But yeah, I'm probably going to free. Well, I don't think there's another one worth saving it for, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. Oh. You got Giroud in your team. I mean, I actually think the three that I have in my team, strikers plus Jota, are probably 4 of the best value forwards right now. So I would probably be looking at them, to be honest, if you don't want Giroud, which you probably shouldn't. Imagine Pepe being the one that... Just don't know, do you? I mean, Pepe had a lot of hype when he came in, but it just hasn't happened yet. And that could change. Like, I don't know. There's just... It does feel... Or it is. It feels like it because it is. It is basically pre-season all over again. Where... And the beautiful thing about this season is we're going to get 2 pre-seasons, essentially. And the beautiful thing about pre-season is... We all have hope. Yes, that hope is completely demolished in the first game week back when nothing goes right. But we all have hope now. Pepe could be the one to get. Sterling could come back. You know, we could triple up Man United could finally be an option. Something I've longed for years and years. I mean, obviously in game week 39, if that's what it ends up being, you know, it'll all go wrong. But right now, the beautiful thing is we have hope. And on that note, I'm going to leave this stream there. Thanks very much for joining me. Honestly, I didn't expect so many people to tune in for what is essentially just, FPL's returned. No, we don't know the fixtures definitely. No, we don't know how the game week's going to be. We can't really talk about the players too much just yet. But I do appreciate it. If you haven't already hit the like button, make sure you do. We're very close to 100. And I want to get up to at least 27,000 likes on this video. So make sure to give the video a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. And there will be more videos coming up throughout the whole of pre-season. There'll be video after video after video after video. And on Fantasy Football Scout as well. So make sure to check them out. And yeah, there'll be more to talk about, especially when the game, launches. So I'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of this pre-season. It's going to be weird doing a pre-season when it's so hot. I understand that the game starts in August and it's usually July is quite hot as well, but it's absolutely baking for May. And obviously, usually this is the break, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I would love 27,000 likes. It's probably going to be difficult considering not even 27,000 people will watch this, but you got to have... You got to have big ambitions, you know. We've had 100 likes. Before you go, if you do want to carry on watching a stream, like if you want to watch... Oh, sugar. If you want to continue watching an FPL stream, Sam and Lee and FPL Family are streaming right now. So I'll link their current stream in the chat. I'll spam it in the chat, in fact. So if you want to go and watch them, just go over there. Tell them I sent you. I'm sure most of you know they're streaming anyway. And yeah, appreciate you tuning in. It's been great. I love being back. I'm so happy about being back. And I can't wait for the next video, which I'm sure will be soon. I will see you later. Goodbye.